The stories we make today would not exist without the wondrous tales of the dreamtime of First Nations people that inspired us as children. We acknowledge the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, the traditional owners and storytellers of the land we record on today, and would like to pay our respects to their elders past, present and emerging. After her fifth pot of tea, in the 3 hours since Yuka put everyone into their trance, a knock at the door springs Meng's show to attention. Ma'am, a young firebender just landed with a dragon in front of the palace, and he claims he's responsible for taking out those Fire Nation camps we spotted abandoned in the area. And he says he needs to talk to you or your husband. Tall, well-built, 19, hair pulled back, permanently furrowed brow, scarred arm, riding a blue dragon with one horn and a scar along its left side. Yes, ma'am. That'll be Banji, then. I was wondering where he was. Actually, ma'am, he says his name is Cole. Well, that may explain a few things. Best fetch him. Minh Fang, you've just asked the question, where's Banji? And a blue hand touches Yuka's shoulder and he tilts his head for a moment. And in the way that we've seen Arturo do previously, he pops out and pops back, and standing before you is Banji. And in that moment, it all comes flooding back to you.
Hi, everyone. It's been a while. I think first thing that I can remember is getting Cole from CD Merchant Pier.
Oh, I was drinking with Yanni at CD Merchant, and then we left in a hurry. But no, Arturo forced us to leave really early, and so did Banji.
I couldn't find the noodle shop. That is the saddest thing that's ever happened.
We saw Yanni. She didn't look too good.
We met with Yanni, but we also met up with Hannah, and she just started making threats about my family, so that's when I knew I had to get back to Caledon.
And I think Banji told me that I didn't kill that guy. I just removed 2 of his limbs with lava. That's good.
Couldn't see where Banji went. Had a bad feeling he was in trouble, as he usually is.
Arturo was our captain and our god. Is he okay?
We went to that island in the Fire Nation, and we ran into some family, and I think we scared them. Something about a gas leak.
We saved Dad and the others with some pickles.
There was that old guy. He was grumpy. Oh, and he was part of the White Lotus.
Ava. That was his name. Ava. He used to be Fire Nation, and he helped us.
Got out of there as fast as we could. I remember that. And then Dad asked us for a favor.
He was telling us about prototype boats or something, and they got one, but they got caught. And then there was one more that we had to find.
Minh Fang's old friends told us where to hit the boat, and we hit it hard. We worked really well. I was proud of us.
I mean, Daj and the other waterbenders aren't really much to look at, but they're very effective. I'm glad they're actually on our side. And wow, man, Tomo's really powerful.
I'm starting to like it, and that scares me.
Arturo had a vibe, and it took us to Banji's home, of course, Caledon.
On the way there, something weird was happening with us. We were all kind of looking at the book that we'd got, and just there was some weird jiggity-pockety.
I just remember looking at the book and I couldn't even think of anything to put in it. Spirits, that's depressing.
It made us a little wacky. It's like we couldn't keep our minds or our brains or our hands off it.
I saw that Tomo had written in it, and apparently that's what gave him his freedom.
I still couldn't believe we were actually going back to Banji's home. Didn't seem like that's what we were actually meant to be doing.
Banji's home, Banji's family. The Cinder Squad were gonna burn it all down. And
as soon as we landed on Caledon, we were met with Dicella, an old friend of mine, and, she was doing great, and things just seemed fine.
Volcano!
I don't know what was worse, the volcano or the fact that this was obviously a trap that we were doing nothing about.
I went up to the hot springs with Dicella, and she was kind of into me. Is this just wishful thinking?
Grandad really wanted me to come back into the Fire Nation Army, but I said no. I just couldn't. But we all had a really nice dinner with my family before we left.
I couldn't taste it, but I could feel it.
They were so nice. It was so nice to be there. Banji's mama even showed me her garden after lunch.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did a lot of kissing after the mud bath. Wait, that had to have happened, right?
Whilst everybody was distracted, I couldn't help but think of what was in that volcano.
I wish I'd known that was the last time I was going to see Mum and Dad. I would have said so much more. Anyway, I actually went up and had a good time with Gray in the hot springs. And then I took him for a ride on Hikaru.
Watching Banji fall down like that, I felt my heart beat so fast.
His granddad was in the cave. And we were staring down about the book, or at least that's what we thought it was at the time.
He was probably the most dangerous person we have ever met. I wasn't sure how that was going to end, but I'm glad we didn't have to fight him.
I'd just nearly gotten Grey killed, and then everyone came out and started saying that my granddad had one piece of the Book of War and that he was maybe a bad guy. I just didn't believe it.
How am I ever going to look at Benji in the eye again?
That's right, and then Cinder Squad came with their ship and we got on and it was a trap, another one, and it exploded.
They were ready for us. We were just squidfish in a barrel for them.
Once again, I led everyone into a trap with Cinder Squad, and they had that big blasting jelly cannon. After that, I knew that the real threat was back on Caledon, and we convinced Grandad to come help us fight Cinders.
We fought Cinder, but I had to run away because the volcano was wrong. There was something going on with it. It was going to burst.
Arturo was still up in that volcano. Minh went running. I just followed him.
We all just absolutely rinsed Cinder Squad, but when Minh and Nuro had to leave, it was just me and Tomo, and he stood in front of the blows for me, but I knew I had to protect him, so I used all my strength and defeated Hannah for good.
Something changed in Banji. It's too soon to say if it's for the better or for worse, but he did what needed to be done.
I fixed the channel in the volcano so the lava wouldn't destroy the onsen or the town, and then I ran in and Nuro was standing over Grandpa.
It came out again, and I hurt Benji's granddad so bad.
Something had happened, something spiritual, and I knew it was Nuro.
And then I met the dragon.
It was so much bigger than Hikaru. I didn't know a dragon could be so big.
Nuro wasn't themselves. I hit them on the shoulder and knocked them out, but my hand was blue. But that dragon, I just knew he was evil.
I don't know what I would have done if Minh hadn't stopped me.
I came in and I saw Sozin's dragon, and it spoke to me. I knew what I had to do. We struck a bargain and I killed him.
Banji exploded the dragon with his magic sword, and then we ran away, and some lava nearly fell on me, and I bent it out of the way, and it kind of looked like water.
Minh saved us. He saved us all. And he helped me take Grandad back home and then got me back to the ship to leave Caledon forever.
We limped out of there, barely. I carried Nuro, but there was something out there.
I felt eyes all around us, but we were so tired.
It was different with Banji. He wouldn't really talk to me anymore, and I felt like he was going to do something. And then I don't remember what happened next.
When I got back to the ship, I wrote in the book. I wrote in Reality's Veil.
I went diving for pearls because we ran out of money, and I knew we were going north, so I wanted to buy some new shoes.
It was nice to have nothing happen for a while. Just a slow boat ride up north.
Ugh. Nuro learned how to ice bend and then was throwing snowballs at me for 4 days straight.
Well, if there's one good thing, it's learning ice bending so I could throw all those snowballs at Minh.
Then we came home and now we're here, and the Banji's back? When did he go?
I mean, after I trained with Pian Dao, I think, I knew I had to get to Agna Keller, and on the way there I saw all these Fire Nation camps that shouldn't be there, so me and Hikaru, we did what we do best and we took them out.
I heard Nuro talking to Minh. I'm too soft on them. Maybe I am. I don't know why this hurts so much.
None of this adds up. There's so much time missing.
No, that's impossible. What happened to all that time?
I don't like not knowing what's going on.
Whew, that was a wild 5 weeks.
You baddies, benders and babes, and welcome to the Book of War, an Avatar Legends real play, the story of 4 runaways seeking the Book of War in a world without the Avatar. My name, I think, is Jesse Thomas, and I play Minh Fang, maybe, the Foundling, he, him, runaway from the Earth Kingdom who found a new home for themselves in the Northern Water Tribe while hiding from deadly family secrets. Also a lava bender. Cash. We're back. My Minh fact is that Yuka, his dad, taught him how to swim. It was very important to Yuka that he knew how to swim. He wasn't going to have a son and be a water tribe member whose, son couldn't swim. So it was a grueling It was literally the first thing that his dad did when he went to the north. He was like, we're swimming. And Minh was like, oh.
Wait, so you didn't learn like through all of your like preteen years?
No. But they're inland, you know, like, and when you're a lava bender, there's higher priorities than splashing about in the river, as the grandfather would have said. So,
I'm not going to question it.
Yeah. Grueling, cold swimming training. But that's why Minh's a good swimmer. So.
Hi, everybody. My name's Lucas. I play Tomo, the hammer, he, him, a combustion bender free from his past demons and ready to unleash his full power to right all the many wrongs in this world and to protect his family. Lucas fact. I was for a brief moment a proud owner of a beautiful little yellow cockatiel who I had riding on my shoulder, and I could really imagine what it was like with Tomo having Suri on their shoulder. So was walking Felix to daycare, saw this little bird. Clearly, I stuck out my hand, offered my hand, it jumped on my hand, so it was clearly a lost pet.
That or you're just like amazing with animals?
I'm a Disney princess.
No, I knew it. I knew it all along.
One or the other, but happy ending. So the bird has now been adopted by a family with a bunch of other cockatiels. So it's living its best life.
Hello, my name is Georgie, and I play Nuro, the Destined, they, she, he. Nuro is a runaway from the strange and mystical Foggy Swamp. Once a lone wanderer, now part of a pack, Nuro finds themselves navigating a world more complex and mysterious than they ever knew. But every step they take, the shadow grows bigger. My Nuro fact is maybe a little bit about the monster of Nuro. Upon closer inspection, these tentacles, these demon tentacles from hell, if you can stand to look at them for any longer than a few seconds, you'll notice that they actually look a lot more like vines and roots.
Ooh, that's good flavour. That's good flavour.
It's new roots, old roots, but they all look waterlogged and congested. Lots of slime and...
Wow.
I'll just make a note of that.
Yeah.
That sounds really Princess Mononoke.
Yeah, really just, moss and slime just dripping, like some are really close and some...
Excellent. So we've got a Disney princess and a Ghibli princess. Perfect.
Fabulous. But yeah, I thought I would expand on that imagery for everybody a little bit more.
Speaking of looking waterlogged and congested...
Okay, that's the one. That's his first one back, and that's what he put.
I'm back, baby.
Can we put in a tearing sign and I'll just come in there?
My name is Ted Darling, and I play Cole, the I don't know, he, him. When a fire burns down to nothing, all that's left are coals. So, yeah, but can the warm spark within be rekindled into a blazing fire? Who knows?
A McBlazing fire, you could say.
McBlazing fire.
Yeah.
My Cole fact for today is that he doesn't really know who he is. He's some strange stuff going on with that guy. It's almost like there's someone else living in his head.
Yeah, man, who the hell let you in here? Seriously, who is this guy? No one's going to say anything.
He brought us sweets. That's okay. That's the rule for being allowed in my house.
Yeah, I'm easily bribed, Georgie. He's got a tablet. So.
Actually, pass me
We all
one
not
that
dead.
sweet Scottish tablet.
Caledonian.
Scottish, that sounds familiar.
Do you want me to run some ASMR on me? Like, no.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Ash and I am the Grandmaster of the White Lotus. It is a pleasure to be back here and playing one singular person. I'm very, very happy about this. My Ash fact for this week is that I'm looking forward to receiving less death threats, mostly from the cast rather than the Patreon members. It's a little bit 50-50, but yeah, they're escalating in violence, I feel.
Yeah, I hit his car yesterday. With my fist.
Is your fist all right?
No, I heard it.
Oh.
I don't really have a follow-up to that. I don't think I have a better joke than that, so I'm just going to say let's roll the music and let everyone see what happens next. briefest of recaps to get everybody back up to speed. Some suspicion about Levy, don't know where it came from. Everyone was a little bit sus about what was going on there. As you had a little bit of a tour around Agnikella, and as Minh had a bit of a chat with his mother, and then later on his father. In the meantime, Banji or Cole, depending on who you ask at what time and what phase the moon is in and whatever else is being very, very confusing, left his training and came to Agnikella and is now standing in front of you in the white space. Who's feeling what right now?
Tomo.
Okay, so he's there. Hello.
Hi guys.
Hold on a
Nuro
minute.
runs up and smacks, like,
Yeah.
just to see if he's real.
Good
Like,
job, Nuro. Hit him again.
Hold on, I need to pull back because I've got the weird thing. I don't know how I'm supposed to play Nuro right now.
Now, it's interesting you say that, because the weird thing that sort of had a bit of a lunge at Levy before
Yeah.
is almost frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that Nuro starts moving, but these viney tendrils remain exactly where they were. Nuro doesn't notice.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Nuro runs up and smacks Banji's leg just to see if he's real, and then lurches
Ow.
back, he's real.
Hit him again.
I'm real. I'm here. What are you guys doing in some weird?
What do you mean? What do we do? Where we are having spiritual realignment by Father, and you just waltz in after we get our memories back, and then
Memories back? What?
Banji, what's going on?
Banji, what did you do?
And who is this guy? And Minh points to Levy.
I was going to ask you the same thing. I thought you'd picked up a straggler or something.
It's a bit harsh, I feel. And I feel you're all looking at me.
What did you do to us?
And why does Nuro want to fight you?
Who are you?
Dad, what's happening?
Yuka says, well, Banji was brought, Meng Shou told me that he was there, and so I pulled him in, assuming that everything would make more sense, but somehow it doesn't really, does it?
And listen, guys, there's something weird going on with me. It's like there's someone else in my head. I don't really remember what's happened the last 6 weeks. It's like something's going on.
6 weeks.
Sorry, I mean 5 weeks.
5 weeks.
5 weeks, yeah.
Somewhere between 5 and 7.
Somewhere between 4 and 7 weeks has happened. What's going on? Why are we in this spiritual realm and...
Shut up. Just shut up. Let me think for a second. Where's Arturo?
Is he not on the boat with you guys?
We haven't seen him in days. Weeks, apparently.
We gone forgot him. We forgot you. We forgot you were alive, Banji.
You forgot me? What? How?
What do you mean? I don't know. I don't know what's going on,
You're
man.
here.
It's the same as the fact that you kind of forgot you.
Did I?
You all remember right now because your spirit remembers, but your bodies don't. Not out there.
That makes a lot of sense.
So when we...
No, it doesn't. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
No, with what's going on in my head.
So if we step back in our bodies, we won't remember this conversation either.
Well, you will and you won't. The problem that you've got is that currently what your spirit knows, what your soul knows, and what exists in reality are two kind of different things.
Yeah, that might be my fault, guys.
It's not your fault alone. And Tomo turns to Levy. Who are you?
Maybe it's best if I say what I did first, and that could maybe explain who this non-blue spirit person is.
Maybe, but also I think that I want everyone to know right now that I am here to help you.
My brain doesn't feel like it's being helped, Levy.
I get that, but Look, here. And Levy holds their hands out, and in this white space conjures almost a hologram. It's the easiest way to describe it. And it shows Banji talking with the rest of you. And as you're talking and he goes to get on Hikaru, everyone's eyes look completely clouded over. Like they just don't know who they just spoke to. They no idea. And Banji flies off. And when he does, everyone is talking to each other. And then they go to turn to someone who's not there. And you see them stop. It doesn't matter which one of you it is, you all see yourselves do it. You all go to talk, and then you freeze and almost fall to the ground, collapsed. And this goes on for a period of time. Levy fast forwards this process so that you actually see for a couple of days, all of you are getting worse. We don't see what happens with Banji from there, but the three of you that were on that ship couldn't compile reality versus soul. And then we see Arturo walk down to the Book of War. We don't hear what gets said, but all of a sudden, in an exchange of energy, Arturo is in the book and Levy is standing there. You needed someone to help coalesce your understanding of reality, and I had to fill that space for you.
I think at this point, Nuro is trying to get the vines back. I think Nuro is like actively just trying to...
Levy drops their hand and the vines begin to move again.
Yeah, okay. It's really hard, I think, to get a grasp on it, but Nuro drags them back to their person and tries to contain them and is just staring at Levy.
Why do you want to help us?
That's what I do.
Minh sort of dramatically falls to his knees with his hands in his face, and he's like, so you had to do this so we wouldn't keep getting sick, but you just had to insert yourselves into every aspect of our lives and pretend to be my best friend who I've never had? Ever? I've never had a best friend. Well, the last best friend I had, I left 12 months ago in Agnicella without a word.
Well...
And you just took that place?
No, you filled that place with me. It's a little bit different.
So everything we feel towards you was something that we wanted.
Fake!
Well,
Something that we wanted that we didn't have.
half of that and half of what went missing when Banji left.
Yes, guys, this is not what I intended, and I had no idea that this was happening to you, or I would have come back sooner. I thought everything was okay.
We promised we weren't going to use the book. We promised, Banji.
Yeah, I know.
And look what's happened.
I know.
I have a fake best friend now. None of that means anything.
You wanted us to forget you?
No. So, this is what I don't understand. I when I wrote in the book, I specifically said that members of the White Lotus wouldn't forget, so that yous wouldn't forget, so that people wouldn't forget.
We have fake tokens, Banji. They're plastic.
But we're still members of the White Lotus.
Are we? Have we ever done anything for them yet? What have we done?
I literally don't even know how to play
I don't even know what they do. I keep forgetting to ask.
Well, this is just unintended consequences.
Was it me, Banji?
No, wee one. Of course it wasn't you. It was, like I said, I spoke to you all before I left, and I went to train with Pian Dao. Tomo, that was your idea. You told me to take the sword and go see him, and I honestly didn't think that this would happen.
I can't believe you.
When you turned your eyes to Tomo, he is not looking at the conversation you guys are having. He is more looking at the tentacle monster over Nuro, and also like kind of side-eyeing the Levy, because as much as this is all very dramatic and upsetting to everybody, Tomo is looking at these two spiritual beings, and he is trying to assess which one is the more dangerous. Right.
This is so interesting because Tomo is normally like, the spirit world. We must respect it. We must show, venerance to these beings. And this time it's like, I hate everything and everyone.
Well, maybe not hate.
I know.
I think it's definitely fear. Like it's really just straight up fear. And these not squabble. I don't. Wait, no, he shouldn't be having the conversation. Like, obviously, like this is, but that's why Tomo's mind is. Not that he doesn't love you or glad you're back. It's just that it's like we're arguing and we're in a cage surrounded by sharks circling us. It's like maybe we should be having this conversation later. And I think that's sort of the energy that he's sort of bringing now as he turns to you all and just tries to raise a hand. Minh, there will be time to let your anger out. I had thought my mind was a fortress, and Levy here just effortlessly manipulated all of us. But right now, Levy, you could stop that thing above Nuro's.
Yeah.
It didn't like that.
Nuro.
It didn't like that.
I know it didn't like that, but I'm glad that Levy can stop it, because if Levy's not there to stop it, what will it do to the rest of us?
I think you can. Yeah, Nuro doesn't have an answer for that. You can see them actively trying to control their emotions, because whenever there is that charge there, it starts moving.
Nuro, can I get a balance roll from you?
Yes. What did I do with my dice?
They're right on you.
They were just invisible.
Ever so mildly
A
obscured.
centimeter away from your fingers.
I can't see the dice, but the face implies worry?
Come on, baby. Sorry. Come on.
And is this like which one do they add?
I'm pretty certain they're 0, 0.
5.
5?
Yikes! That's a big yikes for me, dog.
Don't you get a +3 for your balance?
No, I'm currently. So that's my center, but I'm dead.
Oh, you're
I'm
on it,
in the
right.
middle right
Gotcha,
now.
Gotcha.
Ash moved me dead center.
After I hiya.
Yeah.
On this,
Give it to me, Ash.
functionally, Tomo has just called you out as you're being pulled in 2 different directions. Yours is patience and determination.
Yes, that's correct.
Which one would you like to move Nuro towards?
I think you're a ticking time bomb, so I would prefer you to be more patient.
Move 2 towards patience.
Oh.
Is that a bad thing that I do, boo-boo?
No. I'm on the edge of determination. Like literally.
Chosen wisely.
I think
Can we maybe not cause Nuro to lose their balance in this cage of sharks?
yeah. Minh is quite clearly freaking out, and I think he just sort of quickly goes to his dad. What do we do?
So Yuka has, like, if you look over, he's got his fingers covering his mouth, like, So what we think this is that you're not really members of the White Lotus, and that will somehow solve this?
I thought that we were. I mean,
Come
my
on.
bad, guys.
I mean, honestly, I thought we were. Like, we've been liaising with Boomy. We are following through with an assignment they've set us.
No, we haven't. We haven't reported in since we told them we were looking for the map. They still think that's what we're doing.
Well, what are you doing now?
See, this isn't just on me, guys. This is on all of us.
If you're about to try and blame me, you can save it.
No.
You see Yuka grow in size. He's got spirit powers. You see him, like, just look bigger. It's like, Minh, what are you doing now?
So, a little spirit education for you, Father. Ha ha ha. I actually know something about spirits, so you don't for once. There's this spirit. Well,
Yes, we know that. Get to the point.
well, okay. So, an avatar that removed themselves from the avatar cycle wants us to collect the pieces of a spirit that got split up, that they split up, called the Book of War, and we're putting it back together so it can't be used in the war, and then we didn't really get that far. We just were like, oh, let's go get these and stop them from being used poorly, which clearly didn't work. And he looks at Bungie.
Well, so you're telling me that you actively started collecting pieces of an incredibly powerful spirit that even an avatar didn't quite know how to deal with, and you thought you'd be okay without any extra help?
Destiny made me do it.
Destiny made you do it.
Yes!
Can anyone else corroborate the story that Destiny made Minh Fang do something so idiotic?
Don't put this all on me. I didn't even want to be here.
He's not an idiot. We've been following this thing. They've been following me.
And Yuka, sir, what Minh says is true. This is a noble and worthwhile cause that we've all signed up for. It's not just Minh, it's the four of us.
So you're 4 idiots.
Yes.
We have...
So you received no warning that this book was going to be able to do all types of crazy things, such as make you forget things? I'm assuming that...
We made an agreement not to use the books, and he points accusatorily at Bungie.
Aye, well, yes, we made an agreement, but we also... All the time on Caledon, everyone just kept saying, you can't come back here, Bungie. You need to say goodbye to your family, Bungie. People keep chasing you, Bungie. So I did what I thought was the good thing, and I got rid of Bungie McBlaze.
We just meant an exodus, bro. We didn't mean rewrite history. What the heck are you talking about?
I thought we'd all be safe because we're all members of the White Lotus. I thought the only people that would forget would be the Fire Nation Army, my family, and anyone else who knows who I was.
Bungie, what did you actually write?
Hey, let me think.
You don't even remember.
No, I mean, it's been 5 weeks.
Levy says, for everyone except members of the White Lotus, Bungie McBlaze died in action in Foggy Swamp.
That's right.
Levy, are you the Book of War?
Of course he is, Tomo.
No, but you're 2/5 of the book.
I thought he was Arturo. I'm so confused.
No,
Who's Cole?
Cole is who you came up with.
What?
Like, you yourself weren't quite certain whether you were alive or not, and again, that sort of rebalanced it out as a way to I don't know how you came up with the name of Cole, but you had some sort of drive, and...
You don't know how he came up with the name Cole.
Well,
He's a Fire Nation soldier. He's been in the Fire Nation his whole life. Half of them are called Lee, Fire, or
Yeah, that makes a lot
Tomo
of sense.
rushes Levy, Tonfa's drawn out, and goes for a strike.
You pass straight through Levy.
He spins around and attempts to combustion bend, all the while his face is getting redder and red. You were in my mind. You changed things. Do answer the question. What are you?
Tomo, calm down, man. It's... You
I
told
will
me.
deal with you later.
You said-
What are you?
You can inhale as much as you like, but in this white space, you have no access to your bending.
I keep striking at it. I know it's going to be striking it at thin air, but Tomo has sort of had it. Like, there is this squabbling and there is the real questions that are important, and nobody seems to be focusing on that.
Roll push your luck, please. You can't roll a piece of fudge.
Watch me.
actually tablet Ash. And he did. He did roll it.
More plonked than rolled.
I've got a 6, a tablet, and a 1.
What's your
I didn't
passion?
think it could get worse. He's rolling confectionery.
To get them sweet rolls.
8.
That's very good, Ted. We missed you.
+2 from passion is 8.
Okay, on an 8, I think that you start to feel purchase. And as you hit and you hit and you hit and you hit, mark a fatigue. And after a while, you realize that it's not helping you. Letting out this rage isn't doing anything. For everybody else, you've seen that Levy has almost gone ever so slightly less solid, which might sort of explain why there is that little bit of tangibility. But functionally, for anyone watching, Levy's just letting Tomo hit them.
Come on, Tomo, cut it out.
Nuro stands between you and Levy, monster and all, and stares up at you.
What does your monster look like?
It's like gravityless almost. It seems to almost just be like a cloak around Nuro. It comes up high and low. Like it's kind of just in constant movement, and you can tell whether it's a threat or not by like almost how jagged things look, I suppose, and how so it's really free flowing. And I like to think that you actually get the sense that along with Nuro, this thing means Tomo specifically no harm. It's walling up, but it's not trying to hurt you.
I don't know what or how, but I need to know why, because nothing just helps. There is always a price. What is your price? Why are you helping us?
I don't have a price. I really don't.
So, where's Arturo?
Well, so we needed some degree of energy exchange because Arturo had, like being a spirit, had a physical corporeal form, and I didn't. So Arturo swapped that.
Right, well, Levy, it was lovely to meet you. We'll have Arturo back now, thank you, and we'll sort this out in the physical realm.
I mean, we can once I get back to the ship. I can do that.
Good.
Wait, but if we go back, will we remember this? You will let us remember this.
It's not me letting you. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It's you not being able to understand what you know, but what you don't know. It would be like sticking your hand into a flame and it feeling cold. It doesn't work. It's not right.
So you're saying we shouldn't leave in this until we've sort this out?
Yuka says, all right, so definitely we need to figure out what is going on with this plan of yours, but also if all we need to solve this problem is for you to be full members of the White Lotus, that's simple. Everyone has some degree of initiation, so the tokens you get, that's fine. All you need is the approval and a new token from the Grand Master of the White Lotus.
Great. Well, where are we meant to find the head of a clandestine shadow government organization, I think? Again, I still don't know what this is.
Let's just speak to your mother. She'll put you on the right. She'll sort it out. Are we all ready?
What?
We don't have a choice, right?
What if I forget Banshee again?
Well,
I don't want to forget Banshee.
I think you'll be fine.
We want to, I'll always be there.
Except for when he's not, when he writes himself out of history and then goes away for 5 weeks.
Okay, let's fix this. And you see Yuka bring both his hands down, and this white space just recedes, and everyone is back in the FANG home in Agnikella. And absolutely, it is jarring for everybody because you kind of remember what you were just speaking about, but also there's this person here that I think their name is Cole, and it's a little bit confusing. And thank goodness Levy's here because it would be all very confusing if they weren't there.
Why am I so angry?
Who are you guys?
Who are you? Who are you?
Technically, you sort of you know but don't. It's hard.
You're
No, I know you, but
you're from the Fire Nation.
You look so familiar to me.
boat, the book. No, mother, and he goes to get me.
So she is sitting there and seeing you all coming out. You all look outside. It's nighttime. It is well and truly. It has been a long time, just by judging through the night sky that you've been in there.
I think Minh, in a half panic, half daze, just stumbles to mother and again dramatically falls to his knees and just puts his hand on her knees, and he's like, I need you to make us proper White Lotus people right now. Spirits have ruined my brain, and until you do it, it's not going to go away, and I hate every second of it.
Yuka, what are they talking about? Well, they need to be full members of the White Lotus. So
they kind of half-assed it in Mo Marshu, I'll admit it. I don't think I ever took Booby seriously, and I kind of was. He said no take back season of Marshu, and this is the cost. Because in my brain, I was like, I can do take back season of Marshu. Screw you, old man. Oh.
I think I remember something. No, I don't know if I've ever been to a Marshu.
You most certainly have. So my understanding is that you need a Grandmaster's approval. Is that correct?
There's more than one.
No, there isn't.
Oh.
But lucky for you, I am the Grandmaster of the White Lotus. So
What? Minh, stunned silence.
give me half a second, everybody. I need to sort a thing.
What's the White Lotus?
Cool.
Oh,
Cole.
Oh.
Meng Shou looks at the four of you and says, "Do you all swear to uphold the principles of philosophy, truth, and beauty?"
Yeah.
Yes.
Just say yes, Nuro.
Yes.
Cole takes the sword out of his back and rests it down on the ground and then kneels. I swear it.
Ah, you're getting worse at this.
Who is this guy?
That sword looks familiar, though.
Then I grant you all access to the White Lotus in all its glory and its forms, as long as you uphold these tenets. And she moves her hand, and the rocks that form it, several of them come up and start floating in the air. And in true swift motions, they are stamped and flattened, and then rotated, and the same happens again. And for everybody, you are now officially members.
Real coins.
This has all been a bet, so you can introduce this.
Oh, that's
Oh, baby.
Oh, I caught it.
nice catch. That was awesome.
Look at these beautiful
Wait.
feet.
Oh, wow.
You are all officially members of the White Lotus with a White Lotus tile.
Holy sh!
Do we all have different designs?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, look
I've-
at my fishy.
I've got upper.
I got dragons.
I got the badgermals.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Thank
sick.
you so much, Ad.
Thank you.
Hell yeah. Thanks, man.
I knew it didn't feel like we were real members yet. I knew it. We were just fumbling
So wait, hang on.
children.
Mine says
That's real metal, folks.
Everyone has a slogan at the top.
the true mind is open to change.
Life is finding balance within.
In darkness, give yourself hope.
You decide how to direct your energy.
Oh, that's really sweet.
I have one of my own.
Yeah, what does it say?
It says, "Follow your passion, and life will reward you."
Oh.
Congratulations, everyone. Not only are you now officially members of the White Lotus, no take-backsies,
Officially.
but everything from the last 6 weeks and beyond comes flooding back. Bungie is standing right there.
Get out of my house.
I think that's fair.
Except that it's not, because it's not your house, Minfang.
I'll get out of my own house. Bye. And he leaves.
No,
Man, you
no.
can't
Tomo
Slams the
stands.
door.
Can Tomo catch you or try to?
You can try. You
can try.
He's a slippery little guy, though.
Can we roll off for this?
Yeah, let's roll off. Let's go. Let's
Here
go.
we go. 2 hands.
Gross.
Friendship.
8.
9.
Let me add something, please. I can't let him win like this.
Barely.
Let's face it, you know that he's got +3s.
No,
to
he
every
doesn't.
stat.
He doesn't anymore. That's the razor.
Can I use a fatigue to help you?
Get away from me.
Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
I think that's actually very funny, and I'll allow it.
I'm not gonna do it.
Oh, you retract your friendship. I see.
Yeah.
The problem is I don't know what you would add. That is the. Actually, I'll tell you what. You are rolling with passion for Min Fang.
That's a 1.
Okay,
It's a draw no matter what.
Well, maybe it might go down because Tomo's rolling with harmony.
I got 0 for harmony.
Okay, so
It's a draw.
It's a draw. In that case,
The fatigue from
We awkwardly scuttle in the doorway for about 5 minutes. And no one's
like,
it's probably is a bit like that because Tomo is like, I get it. I want to punch him in the face as much as I
not
want
listening.
I think Tomo is going to just have to use his big meaty hands and just place it on your shoulder and breathe.
No, I refuse. I'm so mad. I'm so angry. And if there was any rock to bend, I'd be doing it. But I can't steal my mum's arm because that's kind of unfair.
that. Look, I mean, he's entitled to his reaction, guys. I can understand. And Bungie puts the sword away. But it's good to see you all. I missed you.
I don't blame you for what you did. That doesn't mean I'm not mad.
Okay.
But right now, we have an incredibly powerful spirit standing in the same room as we are.
you actually see that Yuka and Meng Shou are just having a small conversation of whispers pointing at Levy and Banji. And
Yeah, and he's going to join the White Lotus too. Great.
You realize that we've been doing this whole thing this whole time trying to put them back together?
Yes, I did not expect it to be active. Like it is meant to be. We're only 2 pieces out of 5. How we could not know this was going to happen.
6.
6? 2?
There's 6 pieces.
according to your memories, there are 6.
And if this is only 2, this is a third of the book can do this?
Yeah, I had no idea that this was going to happen, guys. I apologize. I don't expect you to forgive me. I don't really deserve it, I guess. But
You guess?
Tomo's gonna let go of Minh Fang.
He runs out the door in a second.
No, it's okay. Well, yeah.
Gone.
I like it.
What do we do with you, Levy?
I don't understand the question.
wow, when we were in that weird in-between space, Levy said that if we take them back to the ship, that they would give us our Turo back.
But I didn't I didn't take Arturo from you. Like technically, Arturo took himself away so that I could help you.
Right, well...
It was his idea.
Yeah, he begged me. Basically, I sort of said that that's not really a thing that I do. But you were all like, kind of dying.
Oh, I didn't know it was that serious.
Yeah, we feel that, right? Like those memories.
Those
return to
memories
us
all
as
come
well.
back.
Yeah, that's a lot. I think.
Arturo's job was to guide us to the book. We now have the book itself.
Well, no,
That can guide us.
You like I am functionally. What did you call it? The reality's veil. I just stole the veil, turned it into Levy, and went from there.
So you're one part of the book.
Yes.
So where's the other part, guys?
Oh, it's still on the ship.
Oh, okay, good.
So you're just one part of the book.
Well,
You're not. Like, what happens when we bring all the pieces back? What happens to you? You remain as you are.
I mean, I currently don't. This is functionally a manifestation. I'm pretty certain to you, I don't have any hair. Nuro, you seem to think that I have dark hair. Banji, you think that I have red hair. None of these, like, I don't actually have a physical manifestation proper. I look different to all of you. Minh thinks I'm blonde for some reason. I'm not so certain why.
This is too much for me. And Nuro is just gonna I think just like they're not gonna leave, but they're just gonna go. I think really just almost dead-eyed just go sit on the couch, I think, and just kind of curl up for a moment and process everything that's coming back to them. Just sneaking glances at Banji because they don't know how to approach Banji properly in this moment either.
We're going to come back to this because Meng Shou sees this happen and sort of begins to start pouring this tea that she had prepared for everyone. Minh Fang, where are you storming off to?
He literally goes outside and like a little bit to the left and he takes most of his clothes off and jumps into the canals.
Okay.
And then under the water, he's just, you sort of just get him ball up and you see him tense up with anger and just scream. This big, aggressive, angry release in his own private sort of
You don't have any conditions marked, do you?
I'm gonna mark angry.
I'm gonna say that
Or
instead you're marking 1 fatigue as you're putting your body through this, but you're clearing that potential anger that you were developing, like
okay,
that.
I see. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Because I think he just needed a shock to the body, and he's just jumped into the water, and he needs to get it out.
I think this also functions as a shock that you're home again. Like, as much as you were here,
Yeah,
like
actually.
it is the last time that you felt something this cold was the last time you were in Agnikella. So there's some semblance of home to you, and you actually feel yourself before too long being lifted out as a waterbender passing by thinks that you'd fallen in.
I just get plumped onto the side of the
Hey, are you okay? You look like you fell.
cut to me looking like a drenched rat. Just dripping. I'm fine, thank you. Probably would have kept screaming and drowned, so thanks.
Are you lost?
No, but I'm freezing. Could you get all this off of me by any chance?
Oh, yeah. And they do a flowing hand motion. Their hands go up and then go down in a nice, smooth wave, and you are dry. You're not that much warmer, though.
Thanks, man. I'm just going to get my clothes. And he runs up and grabs his clothes and puts them back on. He's like, I was just doing an ice plunge. I needed a shock. I needed to get it out.
Well, did it help?
I don't know.
Well, I
Maybe.
mean, if you're really struggling, there are people that can help you. Look, let me. I know a person that can really, really help. Come with me.
Yeah. And Minh knows what's happening. He walks straight up to his dad's house.
And you are taken directly back to the FANG family home of Agnikella.
Yeah. Thanks, man. I'll wait. It's fine.
No, honestly, Yuka can help anyone with anything. It's amazing.
Yeah. Anyone with anything.
We flash back inside. This is probably a little bit time skipped, and everyone has tea. It's up to you whether you want to drink it, but it is poured for you regardless. And Meng Shou sits opposite everyone, or as opposite as she can be, and says, while I understand there's a lot going on with you all right now, I would still be very, very grateful if you could use your words to explain exactly what's going on with this quest for a book that you haven't told anyone about.
We went to the library in the desert. We met Wan Shi Tong. Wan Shi Tong told us to recover the book as a penance for something that I did. So we found the first piece on somebody that I knew, and then Nuro, it tapped into their powers and guided us to the second piece, which was on Banji's home island of Caledon.
So, Wan Shi Tong, firstly, no idea what that is. You found the library, and a person named Wan Shi Tong who told you to get a book and didn't tell you that it was dangerous or had...
He wants it for his collection of knowledge.
Wan Shi Tong is the great spirit of the library.
Right, more spirits. Okay. Yuka, back to you, I guess.
It's at this point where there's a knock on the door.
Yeah. And I think the door just, you see Yuka just wave his hand and the door opens as he goes down. So you met what'd you say, a knowledge spirit? A library spirit?
A great owl that owned the library.
Okay. Wild. And they sent you to get a book that you didn't tell anybody about that you... Did they at least warn you it was dangerous?
No.
Well, and Min's sort of like looking through the front window.
No, the door's open. Like,
Oh, he's just standing there.
Sorry, that was more like the door was open. Like, I'll rephrase. Like, I've definitely already said it, and I'm certain I said it the same way. He waves his hand, the door opens.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so like you can choose to walk through or not, but the door, you are.
Yeah,
included.
Min rolls, and he's like, rolls? Min rolls his eyes as he walks in and closes the door. Yeah, thanks, buddy. All right, no, so we were told it was dangerous. That's why Avatar Arya wanted to split it up or something.
Okay,
People
okay.
kept misusing it for war.
You met the Avatar?
Not the Avatar, a Avatar.
From a long, long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
We're talking spirits again, right?
I don't know what the Avatar account says. That's more of a question for you, Dad.
She seemed trapped in that space. It felt like years, hundreds of years. She couldn't get out.
I don't think she wanted to either. She definitely felt like she made a mistake in splitting the book up.
It was a prison of fancy things.
But that's also where we found Arturo, who is a spirit puffinfly, and he was helping us find pieces of the Book of War. So,
And did this Avatar or Arturo tell you that it was dangerous?
Yes,
We knew it was dangerous. Everything has been
it's
dangerous.
more inferred at this point. Yeah, I mean, it's called the Book of War, Dad. I mean, it's clearly dangerous.
I've seen some of the books that you have in your room. They've all got strange titles. It doesn't necessarily mean anything.
I didn't call it that, okay?
Listen, Yuka, sir, ever since I left the swamp, I've been getting visions. Even a piece of the swamp even found me out here and gave me visions, and we've just been following them. We don't, like Min said, I think it's what we're supposed to do, right, fellas?
Okay.
A piece of that book saved my life.
I mean,
We know it's dangerous, but it's also powerful.
according to Levy, it saved all of your lives.
Well, that's subjective. He looks at Levy.
Look, here's what I'm going to recommend. I need to figure out what's going on with each of you with your spirit weirdness, because that's got to happen.
What's wrong with me? I'm fine.
Yeah, it's true, but also maybe not. We'll find out.
What?
I'm going to need at least a few days to work through that. I'm going to see what I can find out about this Arya, did you say? And this Wan Chi Tong. In the meantime, Meng Shou's going to have to contact some people.
No, so part of the reason we didn't want to bring it to the White Lotus, which I now know is my mother, is because this thing's been misused throughout history for war. And what are we in the middle of, Dad, right now? An unrelenting 70-year war for our very lives. And if we use this to try and fight against it, it's just going to make it worse.
Tell him where we found that second piece. Tell him who had it.
The second piece, Dad, was Sozin's personal war journal, I think, or his tactic book or something.
Meng Shou drops that steely veneer that she tends to have as her expression.
And I point straight at her, and I'm like, "See, look, Mother's a general." The moment I said that, she went straight into I don't know what, like, "Oh, we can use this," and that's what we want. That's what we don't want.
You can't have the book.
That's why we didn't tell the White Lotus.
Well, I mean, I don't want the book, but were you planning to give it to this owl? Like, why do you now have two
No.
pieces instead of, like, why are you trying to get them all together instead of one at a time?
Because Arya, when she was telling us about it, people kept misusing it, and we thought that if we put it back together, this was my best guess, if we put it back together and gave the book back agency, it could at least choose who it gave knowledge to, instead of it just being taken out of them.
Hundreds or thousands of years just being ripped apart and scattered across the world, just being used by any grimy hands.
How do you feel?
But now I think that's a bad idea, because clearly it can't be trusted, and gestures to Levy, and it can't be near any of us without corrupting the ideas, and he gestures to Banji, and he's like, "So I think we should take it to Wan Chi Tong, because there at least we know it's going to stay in a shelf."
Meng Shou stands up and she says, "Well, for now you're all grounded."
You can't ground me. You're not my mama.
She's an earthbender.
She holds up her White Lotus tile and she says, "I most certainly can."
Nuro.
I knew this was a trick.
Nuro
He
gets-
holds up the thing.
Nuro gets
Backsies Minh Fang.
Nuro grabs out their new token and tries to bite it, but this one leaves
yeah.
no marks.
This one,
It's
big
like
stone.
Solid.
Big stone.
As that's happening, Tomo is going to throw a tonfa at Levy. Just as like kind of almost like a ninja star dart, like just sort of quickly, almost like imperceptibly fast.
Can I please get you to rely on your skills and training?
That's a 2.
He says it's serious as he rolls with 2 hands still.
That's a 4.
It's fine. He got what he deserved.
No, hang on, no. Did you say passion?
This is rely on skills and training is focus.
Oh, focus. Oh no.
Oh no.
5. It's -1. It used to be +3. Now it's -1. Can I get a little fatigue, guys? Come on, you
Absolutely
know me.
not. Enjoy your failures. Yeah.
Tell anybody.
No, I think you startle Nuro so bad doing that. Like they're like if like I imagine at that point they were finally about to reach for their tea, and then you did that, and now it's everywhere.
I think that what happens is like it doesn't even like go in the direction you think. It's headed towards Meng Shou, and like without thinking, her arm moves and it creates like this rock wall, and the tonfa just hits it and rebounds and just hits you back in the face. Marker condition.
That was funny.
I'm already insecure.
I'm feeling a little better.
I think I am going to be. Probably afraid because it might have looked like I was trying to do something to Meng Shou, and
Sorry, lady.
We know that metal benders don't exist, but it's a steely gaze that you get, and it hurts you deeply.
General, General, that wasn't meant for you. I just wanted to see if Levy is corporeal.
You may decide to stay in this abode, or you may return to your ship, but you are not to leave Agnikella. I will reconvene this in a week. Do you have any objections?
Yes, but you're going to ignore
Very
them.
good. I will speak to you all soon. And she and Yuka walk out the room.
15 episodes ago, that would have hit. It would have hit so hard.
It's interesting because I think Neuro's has been exposed to spirits, I think, and the ways in which they go about things, like the way that like, you know, when Yuka said last episode, I believe it was Yuka, they said they have different ways of approaching their problems, or they just have like different ways of existing, basically. I think that Nuro understands that, and how probably understands why Levy doesn't understand or see our fear and confusion, or at least understand that they really meant well. Like, I think Nuro can get that sense from it, honestly. So I think for themselves, like, they go up to Levy and they give a little knowing look and just say, I'm just glad that Banji's safe. And
Well, for what it's worth, I'm glad you're all safe.
I know, Levy. Whatever happens next, I'm sorry.
Levy, I may have been a wee bit harsh because I just don't know you. But if you protected these guys when I wasn't here, then thank you. I appreciate it.
He drove us boggone mad, or at least it felt like it. But I know spirits, you don't really... Well, our brains are something else, I guess. We're just... What are we to spirits?
I mean, for as long as I exist, I don't think I'll ever know.
Nice to know that it's not just us. I'm gonna go to the boat. Bye. Nuro leaves.
Bye, Nuro.
I think as Nuro walks out the door, there's a moment that Tomo wanted to follow them. but he stops himself and just goes back to just drinking tea now. Just lost in his own thoughts.
Guys,
As soon as Banji starts talking, Minh walks into his room.
Tomo, I don't expect you to forgive me. I just want you to know that what I did for us. And if I knew what was going to happen would happen, I obviously wouldn't have done it. But when I saw that you'd written in that book and it freed you, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to be free. I wanted to not have to worry about Cinder Squad and the Fire Nation Army and my family. I just wanted to be free.
I'll say it again. I don't blame you. The only thing you did wrong was you did break the agreement that we had amongst ourselves. But Banji, your heart has always been your greatest asset. Your decision making, not so much.
Yeah.
And I think Tomo just sort of goes back to his tea. But this is a big mess that we need to untangle.
Yeah. Banji walks up to Minh Fang's room and is the door open or closed? Or?
There's no door. It's like an archway with like a fabric over it.
Banji just walks in. I mean, Minh, you don't have to acknowledge me. You don't have to talk to me. I have something for you. Again, I don't know if you heard what I've said to Tomo. I don't expect forgiveness, and you don't have to talk to me. But anyway, this is for you. It's from my room, and he pulls out like a little action figure of a dragon hunting turtle duck. It's one with like the red bandana. This is Riku, and he's the coolest of the dragon hunting turtle ducks. And you know, he brought everyone together, and I think he belongs with you. Sorry, he got a wee bit burnt on the way here. Anyway, I'm gonna go back to the boat with Nuro and Hikaru.
Yeah, no, that's fine. There's a bin right next to my desk right there. Thank you.
Okay.
Get in it.
Banji just walks up. Happy birthday, Minh. Happy belated birthday. And then he walks out.
Levy sees that the group is fractured. He sort of looks to Tomo, focused very intently on his tea, looks at Minh Fang brooding in his room and says, "Guess that's all I'm good for." And walks out the door.
Book of War is Lucas Lee as Tomo, Georgie Hazel as Nuro, Ted Darling as Banji, myself Jesse Thomas as Minh Fang, and Ash Cooper as our Game Master. The theme song and outro, The Book of War Remains, is by Matt Harrison, and additional sound effects and music are from zapsplat.com. If you didn't already know, we're going to be at PAX Australia on October the 11th, doing our very first live show at the Albert Theatre at 10:30 in the morning. If you're around, please come and say hello. We would love to have a chat. We're also going to be there for most of the other days. I'm pretty sure most of us will be there for the full weekend. So if you see us, feel free to stop us and say hey, get a picture. We would love to see you all and hang out and have fun at PAX, so please. Did you know we have a Patreon? I think you did, and for $5 a month you get access to some amazing content. You get some character prequels, you get our pilot arcs, you get Reading the Book of War, our director's commentary look back on the episodes, you get some Halloween specials, which we might be doing a second one this year, you get a Christmas special, which we might be doing another one this year, you get some other arcs as well. You also get access to bloopers, so you know, if you want to hear us be stupid, please come have a listen. Anyway, that's all I want to say. The next episode will be out on the 12th of October, so we will see you then.
The
Spaghettios. Jarritos.
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 Sorry.
Those burps with J's as well.